ticks and... Hello guys and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share my tips and tricks of sounding more like American. I came to the States in 2013 with a Russian/British accent, and I sounded so weird and so foreign to Americans who were here, and I realized I needed to work on my accent and on my speech to be more like a natural American person. So in this video, I'm going to share exactly what I've done and things that I've used. And if you're interested, please continue watching this video. My first advice would be to listen and try to mimic everything you hear in American, any phrase, any accent that you like from your favorite actor. But there are also some small things that you need to notice first in order to start practicing them in your speech. The first thing that is really helpful is understanding the words that Americans using when they're thinking of something, when they're trying to find the right word for the phrase. And these words are like and
okay, no, oh my gosh.
So for example, when somebody asks me what I do and I'm not really sure how to describe, I say, I am an entrepreneur and I run my own startup, and it's like a booking platform for study abroad experiences. So I am using like instead of pauses to think of the next word, and I know it's really helpful because sometimes I hear people using just some random noises which make their speech so weird. So every American would use like, but also when I first came to the English-speaking environment and I was 14 and I realized people are using like, and this was Great Britain, I started inserting like after every single word, which is not the best case. The best case is when you just keep silence, but for some little time. So for example, I am an entrepreneur and I'm running my startup, so these pauses are okay. If your level is, you see I'm using the pauses. If your level is intermediate, you can definitely use like because it's easier, then you don't have to control your pauses as well. But when you're gradually moving to advanced and upper intermediate, start using pauses instead of those like and words. The second thing is how Americans greet each other. So at school we're taught to say good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Here you would only hear these phrases if you're entering an office or you're entering a restaurant or a shop and the person would greet you in this way, so this is pretty formal. If you're making friends with Americans and you see them for like 10th time, you're gonna say, "What's up, bro? What's going on? Oh my god."
What's up, bro? What, bro? Sup, bro? Take a swing, bro. Right here, bro.
Like, you're gonna be happy and you're gonna exaggerate your happiness a little because that's what America is about. I feel like exaggerating things, and you want to be like them if you want to sound more like American. So when you see your friend, you'll be like, "What's up, bro?" And oh, if you're greeting a guy, if you're greeting a girl, you will be just like, "Oh my god, how are you doing? So good to see you." It'll be something like that. And the way to answer this is not go into details about your personal life and about things that have happened to you in the past few days. The best answer here is like, "I'm good, what about you? What have you been up to?" So just ask the same question. And there's no need to, start a 5-minute speech about what happened in your life. The third thing that Americans really like is the phrase, "Oh my god."
Oh my god.
Like when something amazing happens, you react in this way, "Oh my god."
Oh my god.
Really? So you're like so excited for that person. And also, "oh my god" is also used when something is really funny. For example, I have this aunt, my cousin, who lives here in San Francisco. She moved to the States when she was 8 years old, so she's pretty fluent in English. And when I send her a funny video of her dog, she would get back to me and say, "OMG, LOL." So "oh my god," laughing out loud, which means so funny. So when you're texting someone, you can also always use the contraction OMG instead of "oh my god," and you can use LOL. I think LOL is pretty common, right? I think you've heard of it. The fourth thing is another way to express your astonishment about somebody's accomplishment or next travel or whatever. So for example, when I say, "Hey, I'm gonna spend 4 weeks in Europe in September," the person would ask me like, really? Seriously? As if I was lying, as if I'm lying all the time. But this is what they do. They just ask you again. They want you to reconfirm that you're actually traveling to Europe. So they say, really? And you would be like, yeah, you can imagine that? Can you imagine that 4 weeks in Italy and like traveling to Spain, blah, blah, blah. So using this really and seriously would really encourage another person to tell you more about what they're bragging about. Another thing I've noticed in America is that it's really common to call people your friends, even if you've seen them like for a couple of times at a party. And so if you've gone to the second party and you're going together, then you're friends. And if you've been going out for like 2 weeks, so you've been to the cinema, you've been to a restaurant, you will be like best friends. So in Russian, there is a word for like a person. I'm using like all the time. Oh my gosh, I need to get back to my pauses. Disclaimer here, guys. Everything I'm saying is about talking to your friends and talking to your colleagues and classmates, but not to the admissions committee at a university, not to your professor, not to your manager. Like, don't do that. Another thing that I've noticed in America is that their intonations go up all the time. So as we've already discussed, like, seriously? Really? So the intonation goes like that. And for example, if somebody calls me up and says, hey, do you want to go to this party tonight? So it goes all the way up. And then you answer, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. So I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Again, goes up. So going up is, I feel that this is, I don't know, it's American or California way to say that. If I have any Americans watching, please let me know if this is a California thing. But this is something that I'm hearing a lot in San Francisco. Another cool thing, so you know the word shit, when something happens that you are so really upset about. So for example, we go for a walk with my dog and he starts to make his dirty things in front of a restaurant, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm so sorry, and I start like taking his poo away. I've noticed that Americans started saying shoot. So if you don't want to say the word shit in public, you would go, oh shoot, oh my god, what are you doing here in front of a restaurant? Oh my god, don't do that. So saying shoot instead of shit is something that is also American. Another phrase that all of my friends here say is like, no way.
No way. No way. No way.
No way.
And this can be used in several circumstances. Again, if I'm saying I got promoted or my company is getting acquired, you say, no way, this is amazing. Or, for example, if you're late for your flight and your flight took off and you come to the departure screen and you say that you see that it took off, you'll be like, no way.
No way, sir.
It's like, I don't know what to do next. This is, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever. And this is what Americans do. Again, exaggerate everything. If they like something, they're gonna say, this is the best thing ever. Like, this is the best pasta I've ever tried. And they say it every week. Like, every week it's the best pasta. Or, he's my best friend. Or, oh my god, missing this flight was the worst thing that ever happened in my life. So exaggerate, exaggerate, exaggerate. And be emotional, be loud, be laughing, be smiling. So this is the American way to do it. And I think one of the last things is that Americans say, oh man.
Oh man. Oh god. Oh man. Oh god. Oh man. Oh god. Oh man. Oh god. Oh man.
And this would be the situation when I go, so I continue walking my dog and we pass another great restaurant, really expensive, with people wearing dresses, and he starts being on a carpet at the front door. And here I'm not really angry, I'm just confused because it's happening for the second time during just one evening, and I'd be like, oh man, can you just stop doing this? What is happening? And this man, I mean, you do something in your throat to make it sound like Texas way. Oh man. Yeah, I think that was it. I think they were the first things that came to my mind. If you enjoyed this video, I'm happy to do a lot more. Please let me know in the comments if you liked it. And guys, the best way to practice all of that is not Well, talking to yourself is a great way, but also the best way is to travel to a country where the language is spoken, because when you're gonna practice this in your classroom with people who speak the same language as you, with a teacher who speaks the same language as you, then it's gonna be so weird. Like, imagine one day you come to the class, to your English language class, and you decide to speak like an American. Oh my god, they're gonna give you so funny looks. This would only get weirder if you stay in your country. And if you come to the States, it's going to be weird just in your head, and then you would realize that people do not consider you weird. They just consider you a better English language speaker. So you can just try and be an actor, be a singer, be somebody who copies everyone. This is the only way to practice it. And you know where to book all of those experiences? languagetrip.com or Startup. The link will be below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If the subscribe button after below this video is still red, oh my god, you need to click it right away. And yeah, my last thing, really important, when you say goodbye, you always wish a good one. And one here stands for a day, or for evening, for morning. So for example, I'm saying you have a good one, which means have a good day. And I'll see you in the next videos. This is what I'm supposed to say. So yeah, this is it. I'll see you in the next videos. Have a good one.